right. Created 10 years ago out of Dwight and Marilee Johnson's mission to find safe, natural, and nourishing products to help soothe their son's eczema, Ben's Soap Company is a family-run company dedicated to creating toxin-free goat milk soap. Today, their all-natural skincare products have helped thousands of families enjoy healthy skin while with nourishing and wholesome ingredients at an affordable price. Tonight, founder and owner Dwight Johnson is here, and he brought presents for everyone, too. So, Dwight, get on up here.
Thank you. I brought this piece of paper so it looks like I have notes, but I don't do notes. They invited me to this program in our third year of business, and we thought we were really flying high. And I remember predicting at the time to Brian Vieira that we were probably going to hit 300,000 revenue the next year. You know, I thought we were smoking, we were killing it. We missed it. We only hit 295,000 that year, and so we were really disappointed. But we started making soap, like she said, for my son Chance. He had eczema. He's 3 years old, and he had it so bad he was scratching until he bled at night. And we tried everything. We tried lotions, potions, dermatologists. Everything seemed to aggravate it even more, and it made it more frustrated. And so when I started researching, me and Google got together and started trying to figure out how to make this eczema go away. And that's when I found goat milk actually has enzymes and proteins and helps rebuild the skin. But you didn't want to just stick them in a bathtub full of goat milk. The goats wouldn't like that. That'd be a waste of milk. So we started making soap with olive oil, coconut, red palm, and then we started using essential oils for scent and variety. Within 2 weeks of him using that soap, his eczema just started disappearing. Now, we can't claim we cure anything. I'll get the lawyers and everybody after me. We don't claim that at all. But yeah, he left, so I'm safe. It'll cure you. No. So the bottom line is it made his eczema go away. We started giving it to friends, family, people at the bank, people at Starbucks. Their first response kind of looked at me like, "You're making soap? Random." But then they started coming back to me and they're like, "Man, I need more of that soap. That stuff's awesome. It lathers well, it rinses clean, my skin feels great. It's all natural ingredients, not 15, 20 chemicals like most soaps out there." And we could tell by the demand that we had something that the public wanted. Where I really figured out we had something going is I was doing craft shows and I got verbally abused by a grandma who was very upset that I didn't have this soap more available, because the only place she could find it was at the craft show, and it was the only thing that helped her grandchild's eczema. And so she hunted me down and said, "You got to get this in every store." And I smiled at her and said, "Yeah, that's great. I milk goats, I make soap, I go to craft shows. How do I take it to every store?" It's been a fun journey, and I'm thankful for a lot of the EDCO services. Brian Vieira let us use his conference room when we were going through a lot of struggles internally, because as we've been growing, we've been bringing on team members, and it's interesting because when you hire people that have different visions, your company could go into a kind of a flux of a tailspin of a craziness. And we were bleeding capital. We weren't making money for a while. Actually, we weren't making money for the first 7 years, so who am I kidding? We weren't making money. We were just struggling. And Eric Mead came in and helped us with the help of EDCO, and we were able to get the right people in the right seats. And some people decided they were going to move on to other areas of their life, which is awesome. I wish them the best. I hope they crush it. And we got people on our team that really bought into our vision, that really understood what we were about. We weren't about the bottom line. We were about our customers. We're about serving a need. I love your passion. I jokingly say every day at Ben Soap is Earth Day. But, we had a passion. We wanted to make a product that was natural, that worked, that would help people. They continue to come back. And what was exciting, the other day we were looking online and we realized that 75% of our orders that we ship out are the other side of the Rockies. So we're shipping a ton of product East Coast. It just means I didn't do very good at the craft shows, apparently, because all my customers found us online. But so we're growing quick. We got the right people in the right seat. I got people on my team now that they've got an ownership mentality. What was fun is, I was looking at our numbers. We hit 2019. I'm trying to remember what it was. 2020. We're in 21, right? Okay, yeah. So we did 3.2 million in 2019. And it was the first year we really started to grow our profit. Before then, we were about 2.5% profit, which is really bad, but we were dumping into inventory and growth and team. And then 2020, which was the apocalypse, everybody knows, the pandemic wiped everyone out, and it was brutal. I mean, I know a lot of people, they were mentioning restaurants, they got the brunt of it. It's just been a horrible season for a lot of people in business. We grew by 68%, and I'm very blessed and thankful because it wasn't because I'm smart. It wasn't because we're really good at what we do. Thankfully, the goats put out the milk, so we did a lot of milking. But I'm very thankful for our customers and for our team, for EDCO and the community. I'm humbled by the fact that we were able to grow by that amount. Our profit was about 20% and growing, and that's even after we gave a bunch of bonuses to the team and a lot of raises. So it's super exciting to be able to bring that East Coast money out here to the West Coast and to spread it to everybody that's part of our team and part of our community. What does next year look like, or this year? I don't know. It's our 10th anniversary. We're working on a lot of new products. We're launching a whole new company. Thanks to Jeff and the team, we're launching Country Lane, which is CBD products, and we're really excited about that because we've already seen the benefit of these products. We've been using the products. All kinds of stories already coming back. I usually give a lot of product away and test it before we ever sell anything. So I'm really excited about launching these products, and you guys have them on your table, the little muscle gels, little samples. You guys online, sorry, missed out. That's it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. This is a great update.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I just want to know more about the goats. Did you have the goats before you started making the soap, or were you like, I got to go get some goats and make this soap?
No, I had the goats. Yeah, I have a large family. At the time, my 3-year-old was my third born. We now have 10 children. Oh my. So I'm a busy farmer. So yeah, we've been milking goats for about 3 or 4 years because I like the goat milk for my children to be drinking, and we're making cheeses and kind of having fun with them. And so I felt a little bit stupid when people had told me before, you should make soap out of it. And I'm like, milk's not for soap. You drink milk. Like, that's dumb. And then when I Google and find out it had so many benefits, I felt kind of silly because here it was right in our backyard.
Sitting on a freaking gold mine. I have to say, when you mentioned using the EDCO boardroom, I just pictured like you and all the wild goats like, this is crazy. We're having a wild time here. But I'm glad everyone's behaving themselves. Any questions from the audience?
Thankfully, I milk the goats. They're not my partners.
But you did give them a lot of bonuses, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Shannon, we have a question in the theater.
Great, Brian.
Hey, Dwight. This is Justin Coates. Just curious how your intro into e-commerce has been.
What has it been like to transition into e-commerce?
Great question. You're talking to a non-e-commerce dude right here. When we first started, like I said, we did the craft shows. I was belly to belly. I like talking to people. I like getting their feedback and walking through it. So when we went online, I actually, we built what I called the Family Reunion website, where it was no meta tag, meta description, no back end. I didn't know anything, and it flopped. I mean, we climbed up Google, and then something skipped, and we went all the way to page 27. So it was a long, hard journey is what it was. And then one of the things I've learned in business is be humble and ask a lot of questions. And so I started reaching out to people who knew how to do online, and actually hired people smarter than me, and they helped me get into the e-commerce side. And once we figured out Facebook and all that kind of stuff, it really became quite fun.
That's excellent. Yeah, that's great. Yes.
So are you partnering for the CBD, or are you producing it yourself?
Are you producing the CBD yourself, or are you partnering with someone on that?
Great question. I jokingly say I accidentally got into CBD, like a lot of people in Central Oregon. Somebody reached out to me to lease one of my pastures, and they wanted to grow CBD. So the first year I did that, and that CBD is still sitting in my barn, as a lot of CBD growers know. It became harder to move it. I've been looking at launching a product for 2 years, and we've been working on R&D and creating the products. And then this last year, I went ahead and grew it. Some friends of mine helped me start it, and then they moved on to other things. So me and my kiddos grew 27,000 plants this year. So it was a bit of work. It was a lot of work, in fact, but it was beautiful, organic CBD. I would love to partner with someone in the future because growing CBD is a lot of work.
But it's great for the soil. It's great for the land. There's a lot of
really good. And that's the thing is, if you're using organic practices, it's really good for the soil, good for the land. In fact, that's one of the things you have to be aware of, is CBD is used in a lot of places to clean up hazmat and things like that, because the plant will suck all the stuff out of the soil. And so if you're growing in a contaminated area, you're growing contaminated CBD. And so that's what concerns me. A lot of these products on the market are overpriced, and then they're also contaminated. And so
yeah.
that's a big concern, is knowing your source is super important.
Yeah, isn't it the truth? Do I have any other questions from, yes, Bobby?
So I see the soap, the chapstick, you also do like laundry.
Soap, chapstick, what other products do you make?
Yeah, great question. My wife has a do-it-yourself laundry detergent recipe that she recommends, and it's on our blog and whatnot. We do not make a laundry detergent. We do make lip butters, soaps, deodorant, sugar scrubs, milk baths. I'm probably leaving, lotion, that's only 25% of our revenue, forgot that one. So yeah, a lot of other things. The whole concept was, when we started looking at everything that touches our skin, we realized, man, there's a lot of hazmat out there. There are so many chemicals that we're dumping on our skin that are linked to all kinds of health issues, and yet we don't even think about it. I mean, in the 1940s, you hand your kid a cigarette, nobody would notice, no big deal. Nowadays, they call CPS on you. We're sticking people in the little kids in the tub and putting 15, 20 chemicals saying, hope you make it, Johnny. It just scares me, and I think it's an education thing. I don't think parents know what's happening, and that's the scary part, is I don't think anyone's doing this because they're bad parents. They just haven't been told. And so that's the wake up for us, is anything that touches your skin, we want to make it with an organic, natural product.
It's so true. The average consumer does not know what they need to know to protect themselves.
Yeah.
It's very sad. But I really appreciate what you all are creating. I love your company. My mom loves your company. Every time she comes to visit, she's like, can we go take a tour of the Ben Soap Company? I'm like,
Yes.
I think it's their house. I don't know if we...
It is.
Well, I'm going to call you. So thank you so much, Dwight. And thank you for bringing us gifts. And I just can't wait to hear your next update. So well done.
My pleasure. Thank you.